Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Sig Hutchinson, Chair of the Wake County Commission, and this is an incredibly exciting day because today is the first official day of Wake ThreeSchool here in Wake County. I am so glad to be here with my fellow commissioners. Let me introduce them. First, we have Vice Chair Shaneka Thomas here. We have Commissioner Matt Calabria. We have Commissioner Maria Cervania. We have Commissioner Susan Evans, all here to celebrate this amazing day. And we're also glad to be here with our good friends from Smart Start and all of our leaders right over here. What an amazing day, don't you think? So this morning, we're going to hear from several speakers who will be talking about all the great things happening with this Wake ThreeSchool new program here in Wake County and how it will impact the first 100 students in such a positive way. We will learn more about Wake County's investment and leadership that has helped to make all this possible. And to kick things off, we have Gail Hayden, who's Executive Director of the Wake County Smart Start program, followed by Commissioner Matt Calabria, who's been a real driving force behind this initiative, followed by our education superstar, Susan Evans, and then we'll round things out with hearing from our Wakefield Executive Director, April Proctor, of which after that we'll take your questions and then give you the opportunity for a tour. So, friends, please welcome up Gail Hayden. Gail?
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Chair Hutchinson. We are so happy that all of you are here to recognize the opening of Wake ThreeSchool. I just can't believe that we're here this morning. Wake ThreeSchool is a new early learning program for Wake County's 3-year-olds that will provide education in a dynamic and play-based way. It is free to all income-eligible families, and today begins our pilot program year, which will serve 100 children in 8 classrooms at different sites across the county. Wake ThreeSchool is a program that has been in works for only just a little over a year. Back in the spring of 2020, Wake Pre-K, a public program for 4-year-olds, managed also by Wake County Smart Start, reached an historic goal. It was finally serving 85% of all eligible children in Wake County, and that's huge. When word of this achievement reached Commissioner Calabria, he asked immediately, "What's next?" And I'm going to share with you a little story. I received a call from Commissioner Calabria one evening in early March 2021. Now listen to this timeline. We're talking less than 8 weeks. Early March of 2021, I was in Harris Teeter grocery shopping with my husband for the evening, and I'm in the back of the store, not the best reception, and I see this call come across my phone, and it says Matt Calabria, so you know we're going to take that call, right? So I took the call, poor reception. I said to my husband, I need to go out to the parking lot to my car, and the conversation lasted probably about 30 minutes, and he was really pushing me. He's like, "Gail, look, we've gotten to 85%. What is it that we really need to do? I mean, tell me what it is we really need to do." And I said to him, "Well, Commissioner Calabria, really, it is about moving that preschool experience now to income-eligible 3-year-olds. I professionally come from Head Start, where I've seen the benefits of those 2 years of preparation prior to kindergarten and the benefits of that, and really thought that that would be what would be ideal for our families here in Wake County." So only weeks later, April 28th, 2021, true to the commissioner's word and the government and Wake County Smart Start, the announcement of the creation of Wake ThreeSchool was made. The county provided $350,000 to Wake County Smart Start in fiscal year 2021-22 to fund a planning year, which is often unheard of. What they allowed Wake County Smart Start to do was to spend a year developing a high quality program. They did not rush this because they understand the importance of not just offering a program, but one that is of the highest quality. So during that 1 year, we hired program staff who are here today. We formed a program planning team and conducted a community needs assessment to better inform program planning and curriculum development. We also secured 8 sites intentionally selected to represent all sections of Wake County. For this pilot year, the county has invested over $2 million to open classrooms for 100 eligible children. Now, Wake County finally has a program that expands beyond Head Start to bridge the gap in early education services between infant toddler programs and pre-K options for 4-year-olds. We know the need is there from the overwhelming response to Wake ThreeSchool. For the pilot year, for these 100 slots that are available, we received almost 7 times as many qualified applications with very quiet and passive promotion of the program. So what that says is parents value early childhood education. There is a demand for it, and this is a need that Wake County and the commissioners have stepped up to meet. And so finally, I'd like to thank Wakefield Creative for hosting and agreeing to be a pilot site, the commissioners for supporting this new learning program. Just one more way they continue to support early childhood education. Our Wake ThreeSchool staff, led very expertly by Carol Orgy, and now being carried over the finish line by Taylor Young. Everyone in the Wake County Smart Start Agency who touched it over the last year. The Community Advisory Committee, comprised of parents, community partners, and early childhood educators who provided feedback on program design, materials, policies and procedures, and curriculum, and Mano Iola for expertly conducting a thorough community needs assessment. Thank you all for meticulously planning what I am sure will be an incredible inaugural year. Wake ThreeSchool will have lasting benefits for individual children, for our K through 12 system, and for our larger community. And now I welcome the person who championed this groundbreaking program, along with the full support of the board, Commissioner Calabria.
Good morning. Today is a landmark day for Wake County. While children of all ages are today going back to school, there's a special group of kids who, for the very first time today, are able to access high-quality pre-K. Today we announced the first day of Wake ThreeSchool, an innovative new pre-K program designed to give low-income 3-year-olds access to high-quality early childhood education. We all know that education is essential, not just to the success of the child, but to the success of the community. We also know that reaching children in their earliest years is one of the most effective and cost-effective things we can do for our kids to give them a bright future. That's why several years ago, the Wake County Commission, as Gail summarized, made history by putting a substantial amount of local money into our pre-K services to expand our offerings for 4-year-olds. And as Gail pointed out, we were very proud to achieve that goal of effectively universal pre-K for 4-year-olds within 200% of the poverty line. But we couldn't stop there. Wake County prides itself on continuing to be a leader, and we know that if you're standing still, you're falling behind. We have to continue to move forward. Now, history can be idiosyncratic sometimes, and sometimes ideas are created in a boardroom, and sometimes they're created in the milk aisle of a Harris Teeter. But one way or another, we get the job done. So through the partnership that Gail and I have and all the commissioners working together, including and especially the chair of the education committee of our board, Susan Evans, and our phenomenal county staff, in short order, we were able to come up with Wake ThreeSchool. And I will tell you, sometimes you just hit on an idea, and I would say 1 or 2 times a year, you just hit an idea that you just know is absolutely the right thing for the community, and it's almost like the hair stands up on the back of your neck. It is just incredible. We knew it was the right thing, and so we pursued it assiduously but responsibly to make sure we had a phenomenal program put together. Here in Wake County, there are almost 4,000 children who are eligible for this kind of a program, approximately 2,400 of which aren't currently served by existing programs. And it's amazing that we didn't even advertise basically for this program. There is a huge need in our community. There's a huge need across the board, but most especially in our low income, our poorest children, and we owe our own commitment to that population to make sure that they have the best shot at life possible. Why is this important? Well, research shows that programs like these yield tremendous benefits: better academic performance, higher IQs, lower rates of crime and teen pregnancy, higher lifetime earnings, and better health outcomes. In addition, Wake ThreeSchool is an investment that grows our economy and pays for itself. It'll allow working parents to establish their careers and grow their income without being saddled by the costs that often run in the tens of thousands of dollars for early childhood education. Statistically, income gains over the first 5 years can even exceed the entire cost of programs like these. And as the parent of a 4-year-old, I'm familiar with the cost of preschool, and those can certainly be significant. But I'm also familiar with the impact that high-quality educational programs can have on children's lives. Today is one of my proudest days as a county commissioner because we are standing at the very beginning of something amazing. Assuming all goes well in the succeeding years, we'll continue to expand the program to serve more and more underprivileged children. We are committed to providing every child the best possible chance at success, regardless of financial or social barriers. And today we take the next step in making good on that commitment. To talk more about that commitment, we have the chair of our education committee, Susan Evans. Commissioner Evans.
Thank you, Matt, and Gail Heaton, and all that have brought this day to fruition. As the education chair for the Board of Commissioners and a former Wake County School Board member, this is probably one of the most exciting days of my time as a commissioner. I am proud of the county's ongoing commitment to education at all levels, from toddlers to adulthood. You know, we have a long history in Wake County of providing strong local funding support for our Wake County public school system. And that funding support enables better pay for our teachers, more support staff in the classrooms, and many more things than the state's budget would allow for. We're also proud that we work together with Wake Tech to make adult education more easily attainable for our residents. And in recent years, as has been mentioned, we have continued to increase our local supplemental support for Wake County Smart Start and the North Carolina 4-year pre-K program. And has been mentioned, we incrementally increased our funding over about a 6 or 7 year period to the point that we are now supplementing the state funding to the point that every child who meets the income thresholds for the North Carolina pre-K program and whose family desires to participate in the program, which is about 85% of those who qualify, now has a slot available to them thanks to our supplemental funding. And I believe we're funding a little over 1,500 students in that 4-year pre-K program as of this year. We also stepped up this year to approve additional funding for teacher supplement pay for that pre-K program in private facilities like this, because it was brought to our attention that those teachers were not receiving the same amount of salary as those in the public school system. And so we've leveled the playing field there because it is so critical that we keep strong teachers in these classrooms. And so that brings our commitment just to the 4-year preschool program of $2.8 million this year, and I'm very proud of that. Now, as has been mentioned, we're not stopping there. We are so excited to offer this new 3-year preschool program, for which I coined the name ThreeSchool in some of the very early conversations that we had about this. And this is the next step in our focus on providing strong educational attainment with a goal of greater economic mobility for all of our residents. The effectiveness of early childhood programs has been proven to increase a child's readiness for kindergarten as well as their odds of being on grade level once they're in school, especially as it pertains to literacy. So we know how important this is. Unfortunately, there's not equal access to such strong programs for all of our residents. And so that is what led this board and Wake County Smart Start to embark on this Wake ThreeSchool program effort. This is a pilot year that we're offering this program to 100 students. I'm sure it's going to be a successful year. We look forward to expanding the program, hopefully with public-private partnerships, as this 3-year program receives no state funding. Our community and our board embraces the importance of education, and we look forward to helping ensure that more children are prepared for success in life. Thanks for being here today.
I want to personally welcome each and every one of you to Wakefield Creative School. Thank you for being here to celebrate the opening of Wake ThreeSchool. I want to give a special welcome to the county commissioners for joining us today. So thank you. I remember the day that I received a phone call from Gina Sachano from Wake County Smart Start asking us to be a part of Wake ThreeSchool. See, I had just been promoted to director. I knew it would be a challenge, but I couldn't say no to this important opportunity to open the door for families that would otherwise may not be served. I have seen firsthand how impactful early childhood learning experiences are for children and their families. I told myself, new director, yes. New program, yes. But we can do this together. And we did. We came together to transform our school-age classroom into a warm and welcoming place for Wake ThreeSchool. This year, we are so proud to welcome and serve 170 children to Wakefield Creative School, including NC Pre-K, childcare, and Wake ThreeSchool programs. We look forward to a new year providing high-quality early education and preparing young children for school and life ahead. Now, I will turn it back over to Chair Hutchinson.
Thank you, April and Gail, and also Commissioner Evans and Commissioner Calabria for being here today. You know, this is happening today, one, because we have an incredibly strong Smart Start program by these great volunteers and staff, as well as Gail Hayden. Also, though, as a result of this commission prioritizing education, as evident by our chair, Commissioner Evans, but the real vision of making this happen really needs to be put on Commissioner Calabria. We're here because of him, and this is the type of thing that government can do to change people's lives every day. That being said, we now have an opportunity for some questions. So who has the first question?
How many preschool students here today?
We have 16.
Okay, and ultimately, when will, I know there's 100, and they're not all going to be here, correct? They're going to be spread out in different, okay.
That's correct.
They're all starting today.
Are
they all starting today throughout the county?
Yes. Yes. Did y'all hear that? All starting today throughout the county. All right, any other questions? All right, well, thank you for being here. Now we have a very exciting tour for you, and I'm going to ask Dara Demai to come up here and explain how we're going to get all of us into this small, tiny little building.